Hey, what's up, guys? Kaori over here. I know it's been a while. I have just been up to a bunch of stuff and a little occupied, but here I am. I'm back, and I just wanted to let you know I missed you guys, and I wanted to today talk about my review of episode 3 and 4 of The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. I sadly wasn't able to stream it. I was having internet difficulties, but I'm going to give you a review and basically tell you the choices that I made, and maybe you can compare it to how you played. And also, this is going to be filled with spoilers, so if you've already played the game, then good for you. If you haven't played the game and you don't want to be spoiled, you might want to come back later in a little bit so we can talk about that in the comments below. All right, so I'm talking about episode 4, Thicker Than Water, as well as episode 3, Above the Law. And overall, I really enjoyed this game. I think it's one of the stronger Telltale games for sure. Walking Dead: A New Frontier. I like the protagonist, Javier, and I like that his brother and him have a conflict, but they really love each other. It kind of reminds me of my sibling, who I love to death, but we didn't really grow up in the most joyful sibling love, if you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, the way I handle it is this: we were siblings, brother and sister, and this is how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to give you my review based on my choices, so hopefully that will help. And I wonder what your choices were, so comment below and let me know what your choices were. Okay, so in episode 3, uh, it was me and 69.9% of players demanded justice for Mariana's murder. Wow, I haven't even played it that long ago, and I'm vaguely remembering this. But yeah, I definitely demanded justice because Mariana was a little girl. And in my process was she didn't deserve to die. She was so excited to get back and get her cassette tape player back. And of course, I'm going to demand justice because I'm Javier and I believe in the good and I believe good conquers all because I'm naive. That's kind of how I take my character. Okay, next one. You and 86.2% of players injected AJ with the medicine. So if you guys remember, there's a flashback in this in this game, where Clementine is hanging out with A New Frontier as well as AJ, and AJ's deathly sick, and his only chance of survival, as far as Clementine knows, is to inject him with medicine. But the doctor, who happens to be high off his ass, says that there's no way he's going to be able to heal himself regardless. Well, I thought to myself, if it was me and I had a baby that I absolutely loved, and life was bleak, and the world was in some sort of a grimy apocalypse, what would I do? I would inject the baby in hopes that the baby would survive. If there was a 1% chance of survival, I would take that chance. For anyone I love, for that matter. If someone I knew was dying and there was like a 1% chance of survival by doing, say, injecting this, I would do it. So I think that's why I made that choice. Okay, next one. You and 70% of players destroyed Badger's skull. I shouldn't have done that because it did have its repercussions in episode 4, but I really wanted to do it because he kept egging me on with his bad attitude, and he deserved to die a hard reality. So yeah, that's kind of why I did it. And it's a game. I don't know if in real life, if I would ever really bust someone's skull that hard when they're already dead, to continue to bust it. But okay, and the next one, you and 48% of players killed Max. Yeah, I kind of regretted that decision after I saw the repercussions of that, but I do think I made the right decision at the time because Max, as well as Badger, are not very good guys, and they would have done it to me, and it was vengeance for Ariana's death, and I had no regrets, and I chose my brother over Max. Next one. You and 51% of players stuck to David's plan. That's quite a split, like the previous one. But yes, I stuck to David's plan because As you know, blood is thicker than water, which goes on to the next episode, episode 4, which is called Thicker Than Water. And I started here. Now we're in episode 4, Thicker Than Water. These are the choices I made. You and 93% of players promised you'd help Kate. So a lot of people decided to help Kate. I can't imagine not wanting to help her. She's been with me through day 1, and I guess you're supposed to kind of have feelings for her. So, which, by the way, I'm not too fond of this whole thing. But anyway. You and 47% of players refused to kill Lingard. I just couldn't do it. The doctor, Lingard, is grimy, gross, suicidal, sickly, shady, and he blackmailed me to kill him so I can get information. Yet I still couldn't do it. I was hoping maybe Clementine would do it instead. It wasn't fair that Javier had to do it. It's kind of like this innocent bystander, right? Next one. You and 80% of players told Kate you shared her feelings. I didn't want to do this because I didn't want love and romance to come in the way of what's important in this game, and that's like the Walking Dead stuff, you know, and I don't like romance involved in these kind of things because that shouldn't be the main thing. But I felt like I would just kind of like leave her hanging if I didn't kiss her, because as much as my protagonist, I was trying to veer him away from that situation, the game automatically pulls you to making that situation, that love triangle with your brother and Kate and then you, and it's just, so yes, I kissed her. Waka, come here, and my dog. And then you and 46% of players tried to save Trip. And that failed because whoever you decide to save, she ends up killing. And the reason why I picked Trip was because he's been with me all along the way. And that girl for me, I have no sentiment other than she's a badass. Michonne 2.0 is how I feel. I like her, but I love Trip. You know what I mean? Like, even though he's kind of weird and... You know, we've had our moments, me and Trip, so I wanted to save him because emotionally, I'm invested in the guy. And last one, you and 46% of players chose to take the deal. Wow, so I'm in the minority. Most people didn't take the deal. I took the deal, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you take the deal or not because your brother goes on a rampage, and it goes through a climatic moment, so now I'm wondering, well, what's going to happen come episode 5, which I can't wait for. Alright guys, so that was a list of my choices. What were your choices in episode 3 and 4 of The Walking Dead: A New Frontier? I would love to know. And I'm also going to be streaming more games. I apologize for the delay, just a lot of things are happening. Don't forget to press that thumbs up button and subscribe, and also let me know what games you're playing and what games you recommend. Thanks guys. Talk to you later.